How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Necrosis mod Cloud Solo Challenge. I'm so glad you guys are here. Today's going to be a real hype day. Well, okay, listen. I'm not going to lie. We're in the calm before the storm right now, really, because we're about to. I think we're right before Genova, or do we beat Genova? No, we're right before Genova, right? I think. Yeah. Or, no, we just beat Genova. So, we're in kind of the calm before the storm here. We're just going to get through all this story stuff, and then it's going to be the stretch of the game where Cloud isn't in the game. So, we have to skip through some stuff. It's not going to be too bad. There's only really just the train enemies that you fight without Cloud. So, there's the train enemies, and then there's the I always forget the name of it, Fort Condor battle, which is like 2 seconds long. So that won't be too bad at all. So it's going to be pretty quick. It's not going to be like the whole stream is just us going through the part without Cloud. It should only be like 20 minutes or something without Cloud, and then we'll be back into Cloud. So the big thing that we're kind of getting up to today's stream.
That's it. I've come up with a new recipe.
Thank you for the new recipe, Napaz. Appreciate it. The big thing that we're kind of building up to today is Diamond Weapon. He's the next big boss that we have to worry about. So, hold on, let me see what my config is. Okay, we're at 3337 right now. We're not looking super hot at the moment, but there's not much left. Thought I'd just go for it. What used to be the strat for this? I think it's wait 4 seconds or something like that. I'm glad you're all here. Get ready to park your behinds on this hype train as we go beyond the beyond. We're at the calm before the storm.
I've come up with a new recipe.
Thank you for another new recipe. The big thing that we're kind of getting up to in this stream is thank you for the new recipe, Napaz. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, like, I think what destroyed a lot of our health was, like, from the temple to here. And a lot of it's just random battles, too. Oh, it was so close. Yeah, I don't know if 4 seconds works. Was it 3 seconds? I waited 4 and I almost made it. Let's try 3. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Yeah, it didn't work. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I mean, if we fail this playthrough and we have to start over, I don't know what it is I'm gonna do differently. There we go. Like, I don't know what it is that we lost a lot of health on that we can improve on. I'm really gonna have to go through like the whole playthrough and look at it and be like, what parts can we save health? I really think we did the first part of the game like nearly perfect. I really don't know what we could do in Midgar. I mean, we got out of Midgar with a ton of health, and Midgar was one of the parts I was really worried about. We pretty much used spider webs on everything that we could. I think random battles, like, I mean, we did a lot of good resetting for random battles, but there was also a couple sections where I just kind of got hit by a random battle and just kind of left it. If I really took the time to get through, like, every single area without taking any damage from random battles, then maybe I'd have a lot more health. I think later on in the game it really matters, because, like, in Midgar, if you hit a random battle, it'll hit you for, like, 7 and then you'll get out, but later in the game, things hit you for, like, 100, so it's a big difference. But I don't know. I'd really have to look back and look at every single time that we lost health and decide which ones could be removed without, you know, too much pain. What's up, Seal Boy? What's up, Mendo? What's up, Rary? What's up, everybody here? Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it a lot. There is always the option of just, like, super grinding. But I'd rather not do that. And it doesn't help as much as it sounds like it would. Like, super grinding really doesn't help until you're, like, 10 levels over the boss, and then it starts to help immensely. But for what we're doing, leveling doesn't really help that much. In the normal game, leveling is great because it gives you more max HP, more max MP, more strength, so you're doing more damage and you have more max health to work with. But in this playthrough, really, all it gives us is defense. That's it. Because we can't get more max HP, we can't get more max MP, and our strength for most battles doesn't matter because we're either throwing an item or we're using question marks. So leveling up doesn't really help this playthrough very much. You would have to level up, you know, you'd have to go way beyond what your level is supposed to be until you started seeing, like, a huge difference. I mean, just to give an example, we had one battle earlier where I equipped the Protect Vest, which gives plus 10 Vitality, and it lowered the attack by, like, 1, I think. It was doing, like, 58 damage, and then it did 57 damage instead. And that's 10 Vitality. So yeah, I mean, you would really have to level up a lot for it to matter. Now, earlier in the game it matters a lot more because I'm attacking somewhat, and level actually really helps with the attack formula. But later in the game, all I'm using is question marks or items or whatever, so it's like, it's not really worth it. The HP is not the best. Not the best. I'm still pretty optimistic though. As far as I can tell, we have 4 big bosses left. Diamond, Turks, which is actually optional, Hojo, and then Sephiroth. And none of those sound like big problems to me except the Turks. The Turks are an absolute nightmare, and I might have to skip them. But Diamond shouldn't be too big of a problem, especially if I can push him into his countdown phase really early. That's kind of my plan. If I can push him into the countdown phase, I might be able to burst him before he does too much damage. No, the Turks can be skipped just by telling them you don't want to fight them. If you just say, hey, I don't want to fight you, then they don't fight you. There's no skip. I'm not allowed to skip in this run. There's no, like, skips. But the Turks you can just straight up not fight if you don't want to. I would just skip all of Midgar, but there's 2 problems with that. 1, I miss out on debut item, and 2, one of the rules I put in was don't skip. But yeah, if you don't know, if you just say I don't want to fight you, then you just don't fight the Turks. Now, normally that would be a really bad thing because the Turks have some of the best items in the game to steal. But for this playthrough, the Turks are going to be an actual nightmare because there's 3 of them and only 1 of me, and there's really not much you can do to negate their damage. A lot of their damage is just like Electromag Rod, which is just a regular attack. Rude is probably the absolute worst. Rude does a crap ton of damage. He crits all the time, and it's just physical damage, so there's not much you can really do to defend against it except barrier. So, yeah, like, Rude is a huge problem. Rude has the chance to just straight up one-shot us before we even do anything. So, without some kind of, like, really crazy strat, like Knights of the Round, the Turks are going to be really hard. No, you don't have to do the Wutai side quest. When you first meet, when the Turks walk up, they just say, "Hey, let's end this," and then Cloud has a choice to either fight him or not. And then we have Hojo, and Hojo isn't too big of a deal. Combo hurts a lot, but other than that, he's pretty useless. And then Sephiroth, who I'm not really that afraid of. But with our health where it is, there's a chance we might have to do some under the table stuff. Yo, Arco Nils with the 7,777 bits. My man. Thank you so much. Foam fingers in the chat. Thank you for being the bit boss, my man. Thank you for so much support. I cannot thank you enough, dude. Thank you so much. I was gonna make a specific donation thing for 7,777 particularly, but I didn't get a chance to. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but I think it's a good idea to make 7777 something special. Maybe just like the image is bigger or something. I don't know, just something to make it special for that exact amount. Thank you, my man. But yeah, we might have to do some really shady stuff. We might have to, like, straight up go get Mime, go get, like, Counter, you know, come up with some, like, cheese strat where I can, like, counter Mime, or counter Knights of the Round and then mime it. Like, there might have to be some things that I have to do. Yeah, there is Proud Cloud too, but with question marks he should be a joke. He just does no damage, and he has a ton of health, but with question marks we should be able to take him down pretty fast. I mean, Proud Cloud is literally like a worse diamond weapon, basically. It's just like a worse version of diamond weapon. Ah, crap, I forgot about carry. Well, carry armor should be fine. Carry armor is not as scary as he sounds, if you know what you're doing. Carry armor is also Knights of the Roundable if I had to, but at that point I can't really do it. Like, it would take an insane amount of grinding in order to make that happen. The guards might actually be worse than carry armor. I don't know. It's looking pretty grim. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, I'm still optimistic, but it's looking pretty grim because, like, there's just so much non-dodgeable damage in the next, like, couple hours. There's just a lot of unblockable crap that's coming up. But we'll see what happens. One thing we could do is go to the Sunken Gelnika and get the Zydric. If I could get a really good Turks fight where I get the Zydric without taking too much damage, that could really save my butt in the upcoming fights. with 4 new weapons. I don't know. No, we're really gonna have to think about every single fight now. How long until question mark strat becomes obsolete? Pretty much Sephiroth. Anything before Sephiroth, question marks is going to be good. I mean, at this point, anything around 3,000 to 4,000 damage is pretty good. And question marks is going to be doing about 6,000 for 3 MP. So it's just way too strong not to use. The point where question marks becomes obsolete is when I can get 4x cut. That's where it becomes obsolete, because with 4x cut and hero drinks I could do more damage than question marks. But see, that still takes setup, whereas question marks I can just spam, so there's still some fights where question marks is better. Well, I'm not even really going to be able to get 4x cut. Really just 2x cut. Not until I get to Sephiroth can I get whatever I want. Knights of the Round is still up in the air. I can't really use Knights of the Round unless I also get Counter Mime or Sneak Attack Mime or something like that. Something where I can make Knights of the Round go off on its own and then mime it. I believe that's correct. I think Supernova does static damage in the Japanese version. Actually, not static damage, it just does regular damage. It's like a non-elemental burst. It's kind of like Shadow Flare on everyone. So, to keep the spirit alive of the Cloud Solo Challenge, I'm going to be not deterring off of the course at all while we don't have Cloud. So oh, you know what? I don't know if Barret or Kate Sith is alive. I think Kate Sith might be alive. Unfortunately, I can't edit their stats until I'm in a battle, so if they're already dead, we're going to have to watch that cutscene again. We'll have to see. Because you don't make it to the save point, you get that automatic fight first. So, like, for this whole part where we don't have Cloud, I'm not going to be item farming or anything like that. Like, I'm just going beeline straight for what we need to do so that I get as little amount out of it as possible. Okay, Barret's alive. We're good. I think Barret's alive from the Dine fight. I don't think I ever killed him after the Dine fight. There's a save point after the battle, but there's a battle you have to do with Barret and Kate Sith before you get to the save point. When you try to open the door. Or not even when you open the door, but when you first reveal yourself. Actually, you know what? No, I think you're right. Isn't there a save point right here? Yeah. So we're good anyways. I forgot, you get to the save point while you're all wrapped up. No, it doesn't matter who's alive. We're just auto-killing everything, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they get experience or anything, because I'm not using them, so... This is another really cool scene, if they did it right in the remake, which they won't, but imagine if they did make like an awesome, I mean, this is like Hunger Games crap, like they're literally televising this gas chamber. Like, you understand how sick this is? It's hard to like imagine because it's like goofy graphics, but like actually watching this would be pretty crazy. The slapping scene on the cannon would be interesting too. Oh, whoops. Should be 0. They're not dead? What? Oh, I think it does have to be -1. I don't know why. That's weird. I mean, at -1, it showed him still being alive in my tool. There they go. That was weird. See, I thought it was -1, but like it showed their name is still green, which it didn't do before, I thought. Tifa! Don't freak out. Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. As if there wasn't already like 3 Final Fantasy 15 mobile games. There was literally like 3 of them. There was the Kingsglaive whatever one that came out with like the movie and the game. And then there was another mobile one. And then there was one that looked like freaking Clash of Clans or something. Like it looked like a regular mobile game that like existed forever that they just like slapped Final Fantasy 15 on. That was the one with that commercial with the like super realistic graphics for some reason. They're like, check out this mobile game, it's got super realistic graphics. Then they showed the game for like a fraction of a second, it looked like garbage. You guys are forgetting, it's a Final Fantasy 15 universe. There's going to be much more than that. There's going to be toasters, Verizon wireless plans, garbage cans, remote controls. There's going to be an anime movie, a digital movie, a real-life movie, a make-believe movie. There'll be a book, a novel series, a cartoon, a president, a water polo team, theme park. We still got so much more Final Fantasy 15 goodness coming up. Cooking show. A cooking show with Ignis. Now that I'd watch. don't forget, you have to buy every single version, or else you won't get the whole plot. So you better rev up those cards. Better call up your banker. I always hated this part. K-Sith doesn't tell you which way to go. He's just like, let's go to the airport. Then you have to guess which way it is, and if you pick the wrong way, then he yells at you. This drove me crazy. Like, man, just tell me, go down. Say go this way, and then, like, walk over there or something. Look at that cameraman doing, like, the electric slide right there. You never get to see that because it's always Yuffie instead. He does like a little electric slide right there. Let's see if he'll do it again. Oh, never mind. You know what would have been cool? If during this part, Sapphire, like, shot off some, like, I don't know, scales or something, like Sin Scale style. So you had, like, something to fight that came from Sapphire, other than just, like, seeing him in the cutscene for 2 seconds and then... head... Now legs. No, legs. Head. Thank you. Head, arm. Head, arm. Thank you. I know exactly, like, what buttons you're supposed to press here, and yet I can never get it to work. She just, like, fidgets around. Welcome, Salads. Good to see you, my man. Glad you're here. So you have to do legs first, then head to like bring her back up into the seat, and then legs and head at the same time, and then head, right arm, and then left arm. That's the solution. The one that always trips people up is you have to hit legs and then head to like bring her back up into the seat, and then leg head. Everyone always tries leg and then leg head, and they're like, why isn't it working? Speaking of heads, Sapphire's missing one. I'm sad they never give Sapphire, like, his proper name in the game. They're just like, Woman! He's a great dentist. They have a great dental plan in the weapon system. Rip that guy. That was a perfect intro to the slap fight. Gog, thank you for the 6-month resub. I appreciate it a lot. Welcome back to the 4A crew, my man. Thank you so much for the support. I always hated this slap fight. The whole point is Tifa's like a freaking martial arts expert. Why doesn't she just freaking destroy her? Just get under her arm and freaking throw her over the cannon. Like any martial arts expert, if a girl was going to slap them, they could easily like redirect and just send them flying off the cannon. Like a slap is probably the easiest thing in the world to redirect. But for some reason, she's like, nope, I'll play your game. Yo, Ringeki with the brand new Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the 4A crew, my man. Enjoy your phone figure emotes, and I love you. Phone figures in the chat for that brand new sub. Thank you, my man. Blah 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 blah. Another question I have is, should we do Wu Tai? It seems like a lot of damage for no purpose because you don't really get anything in Wu Tai that you'd want. So I'll probably pass it. Even though, like, I don't know. I mean, we don't even have Yuffie, so I have to go get Yuffie first. There's no reason to do any of that. If we could use question marks, then I'd do Wu Tai because I could literally just question marks Raps and he'd die in one hit. But I can't, so. Not unless I went and bought a bunch of all materia first. Who am I supposed to talk to? Red 13. Yeah. Arrow does a ton of damage, but most of the time you can kill him before you see it. I want to go to the operation room. I hate this crap. Why do I have to go over here? think next time I do a solo challenge, I'm gonna memorize the number you need, like the number of the game advancement, so I can just literally type in like a number into Black Chocobo and just appear on the other end of all this. I mean, I feel like we should do at least like the train, because you get Ultima and all that garbage, but not that I'm even going to use Ultima, but like this part you could skip, and like the Tifa flashback you could skip. There's nothing there at all, it's just all story. You wouldn't have to do no slots, because you'd never be able to use slots anyways. Maybe once. Yeah, I guess technically you could save it the whole game and then use it on Sephiroth, so. I don't know if there's even enough game, though. I guess there is. You'd have to get Kate Sith and then go like grind out slots real quick and switch to it, and then do the rest of the game. We're through a lot of the long stuff. The rest of this is pretty quick. When you know what you're doing, it's pretty quick. What are you saying, Super Saiyan? Something about Barrett's name being Super Saiyan is pretty great. Aw. Didn't get to the good part. Yeah! I love Sid. Yeah! I'm gonna do it! Take it, Shara, I'm a chocobo. That was one of the best moments. I really didn't expect it to be that funny. It was so much funnier than I thought it would be. I thought he'd just be like standing there, but it ended up being so much better. Did I never come here? Do I have to do like the first battle and then the final battle, or do I get to just do the final battle? Oops. How much money do I have? Enough. Can't you guys build some, like, stairs or something? I mean, there's stairs here, but the ladders are kind of obnoxious. I think this is the first battle. What a battle. Huh? There you go, it was the final battle. What a final battle that was. What's up, Wit? Yeah, we got Phoenix now, so we're all good. Final attack Phoenix is all we need. The run's over. So I had a dream last night, and it was an interesting one. I can't remember what happened at the beginning. I think I was getting on a plane or something. I can't remember like why or where we were going. But the part I do remember is somehow, some way, Ben got stuck in a fridge. And I was legit terrified that he was forever stuck in this fridge. Where am I going? Supposed to be going to Coral. Like, how did I get in here? Stop! Sid! Sid! What are you doing? It was like... I don't even know how it happened. I like opened up the fridge and I had been in my hand, and then suddenly got like sucked into like the ice tray of the fridge, and then I opened up the ice tray and he was just gone, like he had never been there. And I was like, how could he possibly disappear out of like this ice tray in this fridge? Like, there's nowhere else he could possibly go. It was pretty friggin' strange. My boy's a fridge. Dude, it was a weird dream. But what was weird about it was, like, I didn't look at it and say, like, wow, this is goofy. How could a child get stuck in a fridge? Instead, I was, like, freaking out that my child was stuck in the fridge. As I think any parent would. But I was just like, oh my god, where's Ben? How is this happening? I was, like, freaking out. When I grow up, I want to be a fridge. If Ben's first word is like fridge, I'm gonna like freak out. No, no, Ben, don't go to the dark side. Yo, with the 8-month resub, my man. Thank you so much for the 8 months of support. I love you. This part's gonna be really fast. Normally, this part's like really annoying because we always have to be like super careful in this part, and every time we screw it up, we have to watch all these cutscenes again, and it gets really annoying. But this time, since we're auto-winning it, it'll be quick and painless. And then we're right back to Cloud. Thanks, Wit. I appreciate that, my man. I can keep up the good work thanks to awesome people like you. Oh, I gotta say this. Somebody commented last week and said it was one of these episodes. I said that I had to babysit Ben on Thursdays, so I wasn't getting as much editing work done as I wanted to, because usually Thursdays are my days to edit and do a bunch of YouTube stuff. But since I was watching him on Thursdays, I couldn't get any YouTube stuff done. That's why there hasn't been like an in-depth video or a Final Fantasy VII tutorial or even a lot of highlights lately. So I got somebody else to start looking after Ben on Thursday so I can get back to doing that. But someone commented and they were like, what has this world come to? What does this world come to where a father will say he has to babysit his child? And at first I was like, wow, this guy's a jerk. And then I thought about it and I was like, wow, he's kind of right. That does sound terrible. Like, I don't know why I used the word babysit. I guess it was just because I was talking about everyone else babysitting him. So I just used the term babysit because it was easier. But I thought about it and I was like, that's a terrible, like, way to say it. To say that I'm babysitting my own kid. Like, no, I'm watching him. He's my kid. I don't have to babysit him. Sounds like I don't want to watch him or something. I don't know. I think he looked a little too far into it, but still, I was like, I kind of agree. That is a weird way to say it. No problem, Ring. Thank you for being a Patreon. I appreciate it a lot. I'm just going to leave that off-centered because I still have a couple more to do. Well, I guess the rest of them are all single enemies, so I can just do this. Don't you wish you could do this on your first playthrough? Thanks for saving our garbage heap of a town. Another 7 minutes and Cora would have been destroyed. Any chance I'll play Final Fantasy IV? There's a big chance I'll play every Final Fantasy eventually. But for now, we're focusing on 7. But one day I'd like to go back to the Let's Play and complete all the Final Fantasies in a row. Would be pretty cool. I also really enjoyed 4. I never beat it, but I played a good amount of it. It's one of the only early ones that I played a bunch of. I beat 1. I played 2 on that Let's Play. And then I played a bunch of 4 casually one time just because I had it. Will you play the Final Fantasy XV remake? I'll let you answer that question for yourself. Think about it really hard. I'm sure the answer will come to you. Should I mean, I don't even need contain, so I'm probably just gonna leave it. Like, I could go get contain, I could go get the curse ring, but like, there's no reason to. I always love how close you can stand to Tifa there for some reason. Her model's just screwed up there. At this point, pretty much all green materia is useless to me. I don't actually know what'll happen if I lower his HP here. Like, I don't actually know what this will do. He might still stay here, because he's programmed to attack 3 times. He might just not die. Oh, he left. That's never supposed to happen. You're never supposed to be able to kill him there. He's another enemy that's completely useless to us, because the ultimate weapon is completely useless to us in this run. So we won't be fighting him either. He's a terrible enemy to fight. Granted, you can equip elemental, non-elemental to negate Shadow Flare, but he still has that ultimate beam attack that does okay damage, and you can't really defend against it. Alright, last big story dump, and then we're back on track. I don't know if the damage you do there equates to his health later. I'm not sure. If that's the case, then he'll be over Cosmo Canyon already when we get out of Midgar. I don't think so, though. My guess is that he gets healed when he starts flying around. My guess is that he starts with max HP. This dripping effect. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Click, click. Click, 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 click. Click, click. Love you too, Lily.